What's up, guys? Aaron from Why We Love Horror here with episode 3 of Aaron Unwinds. And of course, for episode 3, we started with the Evil Bong series and we're continuing. So we're on to Evil Bong 3, known as Wrath of Bong in these parts. So here's the trailer.
What the hell is that?
I've got something here that I think you'll find very interesting.
Looks like some kind of space bong.
So you're actually telling us this thing might be from space?
It is like nothing I've ever seen.
Nobody takes that thing before we find out what it's all about.
Fuck me!
Oh, not again. Aliens from another world planning a takeover of Earth.
Kind of like Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
With weed.
What the hell do we do?
We gotta stop them.
In the morning, in the night, when I don't feel.
All right. And that is Wrath of Bong, at least the trailer. I'm on to the third movie in the Evil Bong series and questioning my decision making a little bit, but I guess there's enough to have fun with here. I had a couple of laughs. This is just gonna kind of be a scattered review, as you've come to know with Aaron Unwinds here, but at the top there's a meteorite, or it comes to be discussed as a spaceship, I believe. That looks like a marijuana bud, believe it or not, crashes to Earth. There's a space bong in the meteorite. Person ends up finding it. They smoke out of it, and they start spreading marijuana all over the place. So they sell it at Brett's head shop. Brett, the baseball player who was fat in the last Evil Bong movie, he's now not fat and kind of looks different and acting weird, but we'll talk about our 3 characters and everything about them, because Alistair, Brett, Larnell, Bachman, all 4 of them, they're all back. Evie, the Evil Bong, is back now as an anti-hero. Larnell is now a ninja. That's never really explained why, but he's wearing a black ninja outfit with a headband the whole movie. Maybe does some ninja stuff at some point. It's another new actor as Alistair. So at this point, I guess they're just committing to a bit. They're going to change him every single time. So there's that. Alistair works for a science center. So they're investigating the meteorite spaceship crash, and that's how they get involved. The grandpa from the last movie, the Dr. Weed guy, he's back. Rabbit's back. Rabbit's still a priest. Dr. Weed is back. This time he's with his nurse Hookah. There's some great lines in this movie, such as chalupas are making me wet. It's just at this point, I'm told that after these first 3, that's when they get really bad. So, I mean, it's, they have the nerve to say a line that basically when the plot is revealed, they're on the spaceship, that kind of like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but with weed. Not quite. EB, the Evil Bong, now is working with the 3 guys, because Bachman, like the other movies, he hits the bong, he gets taken to another world where he's held by naked women. This time it's naked alien women. And so they have to save Bachman, who is also they're hooked up to these sucking things that are sucking them dry of everything, as they say. Bachman says they took all my milk powder, or My Monkey Powder. Sorry, My Monkey Powder. Yeah, that same song back in here. So the same song that's been in the first few movies, the Evil, Evil, Evil Weed song, that makes its return. So yeah, these movies, they are like really starting to blend together. This one does have, a spaceship that part of the movie takes place on. The new character of the Space Bong is pretty funny. EB calling everybody crackers throughout the movie, also kind of funny. There's just so much sucking, so much jizz in this movie. It's just everywhere. Bachman's hooked up and he's just like drained completely dry. He literally says it. Alistair gets hooked up at one point and they save him from it. It's an absolute mess. But it's what the Evil Bong movies are at this point. EB again works against the Space Bong, so EB's, I guess, the good side of this. Yeah. And then they finally save Bachman. He's like turning into marijuana at this point for some reason, like all of him. So like he's like leaving, but he's still like a marijuana bud. They have to light him up at one point. It's all very confusing, but it also all gets wrapped up rather neatly. So that's an Evil Bong movie for you. So let's go ahead and get to those ratings. And as always, I rate this movie two ways. I rate this movie as a movie, and then I rate it as if you're partaking in a particular substance, can you find a way to enjoy this? I do think you still can find a way to enjoy this, but my first rating, my normal rating, I like this less than 2. I think I like 2 about as much as 1, so I guess I like this one the least amount. 1.5 videotapes out of 5. Not great. I wouldn't recommend this to many people, especially sober. If you are partaking, I still think it's a little bit weaker than the other ones, but it is kind of funny. So it's like, it's hard to really say. I'm gonna keep it at a 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 pot leaves. Very, very weak 3, almost a 2.5. I just am gonna be a little generous there with the green. So that is going to do it for this edition of Aaron Unwinds with Evil Bong 3, Wrath of Bong. The next edition, Ginger Deadman versus Evil Bong. Going to have a special guest on for that one, and that will be Jeremy Potters. So if you've watched our Trivia League, you've seen him over there. He asked to be on for this, so we're not going to say no to having an expert on. So looking forward to discussing this and watching that with him. And also, if you're not already partake in our Letterboxd 2025 Horror Challenge. The Why We Love Horror Letterboxd Challenge 2025 over here. Just go ahead and follow this link right here on the Letterboxd. Really good excuse to watch some good and some interesting movies. This week, for example, is Eric Roberts' week. So not a lot of good movies, but the movie I watched, I was stalked by my doctor. Pretty damn funny, and maybe it will make an appearance on Aaron Unwinds in the future. But thank you all for joining me, and we'll see you soon on the channel. Peace out.